There was this professor at my university, Dr. Miller. He was the definition of old school, stiff, kind of grumpy, and he never cracked a smile. He taught advanced calculus, so the vibe in the room was always intense. But there was one weird thing. Every single Friday, without fail, Dr. Miller would pin a tiny, bright pink plastic triceratops to his lapel. It looked ridiculous on his expensive tweed suits, but nobody dared to ask why. We just called it Dino Day and moved on. Halfway through the semester, I was working late in the library and saw one of the older TAs. I finally asked him, "What is the deal with the pink dinosaur?" The TA stopped typing, looked at me with this heavy expression, and sighed. He told me that 5 years ago, Dr. Miller's daughter, Sophie, was a total firecracker. She was obsessed with dinosaurs, not the scary ones, but the pretty ones. She was 5 years old when she got sick. Dr. Miller was a single dad, and he was drowning in medical bills. He would teach these grueling morning classes, then spend every single night sleeping on a plastic chair in the pediatric ward. When things took a turn for the worse, he didn't have any leave left. He was going to have to miss her final days just to keep his insurance. But here's the thing. His students found out. They didn't just start a fundraiser, they literally organized a strike, demanding the university grant him paid emergency leave. They raised over $20,000 in 3 days to cover every cent of his debt. Because of those kids, Dr. Miller didn't have to choose between his job and his daughter. He was holding her hand when she passed. Sophie's favorite toy was that pink triceratops. Now, every Friday, on the day she was born, he wears it to remember the daughter he loved, and the students who saved him when he was completely broken. I went to class the next Friday, saw that little pink Dino, and I had to stare at my notebook, just to keep from sobbing in the front row. True kindness, it stays with you, long after the lesson is over.